Okay, this is to go over the steps on how to reload a TCM module in case you have a password on it or you just want to upgrade it. First thing you need is you need to have these files in your C drive, your main partition. What you're going to do is you're going to start a hyperterminal session with the serial connection, of course, into the TCM module. $9600 is the default, and we actually have it unplugged right now because in order to boot the new operating system into the TCM, you need to have it reset. So it's unplugged. We have an RJ45 connection into it, and we have a serial connection into it. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're actually going to plug the TCM module back into the chassis. Now you could also just reset it, but so you have two ways. Plug it in, and what you're going to do is there's two buttons on the front panel of the TCM. You're going to hold the next and select those two buttons down until you get to a screen that looks like that, and then you're going to release. Alright, so this is where we get the options to boot from flash, Ethernet, or monitor. Flash is the normal default, what it'll do normally, but we're going to boot over Ethernet because we have that RJ45 connection between us. So first thing we do is we go ahead and say boot over Ethernet. It's going to give us back its Ethernet address, otherwise known as a MAC address. We're going to need that. We copy that, and we're going to start this booter program we have on our hard disk. We initialize, and you'll see we're going to have a TFTP service and a BOOTP service. The BOOTP service is going to depend on a configuration file in your TFTP boot folder. And you see that there and there. So go ahead and open the BOOTP tab, and you're going to see what the config file looks like. This is a predefined one I've already made. Basically, this is the host name. This is the file that it's going to be looking for. This is the MAC address of the TCM module, and this is the IP address you want to assign that TCM module. A better description, you can find it here. Again, the host name, the boot file you're going to boot from, the hardware address, the MAC address for the TCM module, the IP address you want to give it, and you can also optionally give it the server address if you have a DHCP server set up. So go ahead and verify everything's correct. You can see here that this MAC address matches this, and you have to actually take out all the semicolons in order for this to work correctly. Now, we make sure that the BOOTP tab config file is the one we want. We want one. You can create a log file if you want to, and it'll just make a log inside the TFTP boot folder. So we're going to say go ahead, OK. Give us an error that a log file exists. Yeah, there's already one there. So it parsed the config file, no problems. It started the TFTP service, no problems. And now the TCM module is actually, as you can see here, issuing out BOOTP requests. And there's a request, and it answered with the boot file right here, and it should be loading up. It took the boot file from the laptop, put it in flash, decompressed, and now it's booting. And there you go, we have login prompt. And that's how you do it.